this is a first time event, I'm gonna share and open my office with you. And there'll be little talking. And what's up, Kristen Davis? Planning with me. Yes. Thanks for joining me. Do you have your water? Do you have your pens, your calendar, or whatever you use to reflect that magic from pen to paper? Bring it out. And so, in this next hour, we're going to play some music. I got some essential oils. I got loyalty diffusing. Maybe you do candles. Please leave in the comments. Where are you joining us from? How's your setup right now? What do you have? You have candles, essential oils. What kind of music are you listening to? Because I'm limited in YouTube. You know what? I might mute you guys and put me some Sia on. Or Jerusalema. That's like my new jam, even though it's like 2 years old. So welcome everybody. My name is Patty Zito. I'm a productivity and lifestyle coach, and I say at your service in this awesome channel. And I'm going to open up my office, my process when I reflect for the year. And so what we're going to do first after setting the environment. So drop a comment on what your environment looks like. Hey, Portland says hi. Right now in New York City, it's 60. I'm hot. It's pretty hot outside, and I'm glad. My heater broke 2 days ago. Well, no, sorry. Last week, I was without heat for like 4 days. And it's back. It's off right now because it's about 60 degrees. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do today, and what I like to do with when I'm going to plan, it's a brain dump. So part one right now is dump it all in there, whether that's things you have in mind of what you don't want to do, and I'm using that intentionally. Yeah, I don't want to do that mess again. And just some people, you know, I'm all for gratitude, I'm all for affirmations, but we got to get that crap out first. So write down all the things you don't want to repeat and that you want to do and you better do it and you should, like all those crazy words. I know they're there because they're here. Put it all down. So we're going to brain dump, and I'm putting that in the comments too. I'm going to put it up here as well for those who are joining, because in a few seconds I'm going to put some music because I'm going to brain dump. That's going to be number one. I'm brain dumping myself. I got a new journal. I'm going to use that one over there. But my bullet journal, if you know about bullet journaling, drop it in the comments. Maybe you have one. Part one, in about a minute or two, we're going to ask Siri to count down 15 minutes. And yours might be earlier than that. So in a second, I'll go through the whole outline. So part one is brain dump, whether it's things you want to do or things you want to avoid or not do. So that's what we're looking at right now. It's brain dump. I also put in the comments for those who are joining in YouTube. Some may join from my private community, and I'm opening the doors to you guys. Yay! And shout out to Portland who's joining me today. What's your setup, Portland? How do you like to reflect? What goes on? All right. So that's part one. Let's take 4 to 5 minutes to brain dump. What are the things you want to avoid and some of the things you want to do? Just like get it all out. I have some prompt questions for you guys. Thanks for joining. And if you're watching the replay, it's the same thing. We're going to go with the flow. Let's unmute first. Welcome back to the full podcast. In Portland, Oregon, Kristen Joy Davis. Let me know in the comments. Throw me a thumbs up. Let me know brain dump done. And then we're gonna go through some reflections. So we're gonna start with what's up, Tabitha Owens? Welcome. We're gonna say goodbye to 2021. And we finish brain dumping just anything that's in our mind, whether it's like this is what I don't want to repeat or this is what I want to do, and just getting things out, clearing your mental space. All right, so the first question, um as we go right now in part 2, which is reflections, and these are of course reflections from 2021. Okay, so first question, or actually I'll list them. You guys go through them. All right, let's see what we got. All right, cool. We got the thumbs up, Kristen Joy Davis dump, everything that's in there, and a piece of paper. All right, so here's some reflections for 2021. My music, it's not working, but you know what? I'm sure you have music. Yes, you have music, and I'm sure I can add this to the replay. All right, highlights and victories, mistakes/lessons. What are you grateful for in 2021? How did you feel? How I felt in 2021? What were some of your contributions? All right, so I'm reading that out loud. I'm going to put it right here in the comments in a second. And if you have other reflection questions for 2021, drop it in a comment. Okay, we're in part 2, reflections. We're reflecting 2021. The questions are in the live chat. And I'm going to get writing myself. All right. This is a lot of fun. Okay. Fun and vulnerable. I mean, I'm not sure if you could see the whole screen or not. So we had highlights and victories, mistakes and lessons, grateful for, how you felt, and contributions. So I've been following a lot of people that do bullet journaling. I love their questions. One of the things that I will do, and I'm going to do now, is read them out loud and share them. Share one thing with somebody. So I know I wrote it there. I was grateful for my mamita. She's 93 now. You probably saw her in the show when she was 92. And say that you're grateful. She was at the hospital 2 days ago. So wouldn't that be cool? Giving a call. So I'm gonna mute you guys. I'm gonna give her a call now. Well, I just realized that my phone is there. I'm gonna send a Facebook. That's what I gotta do. Anyway, share something. And it could also be in your journal. Maybe you want to write a little bit more about your feelings and how you felt about that. If there's anybody, anything you contributed to, anyone you want to call for being grateful for, this is an opportunity to do that. Okay, so I'm going to mute myself and stay with you. All right, so we're going to read it out loud. You could either read it out loud or go ahead and share one of these things with somebody. Phone call, text, or something. All right. Okay. So I hope that you made that call or a text or Facebook message. And and this is a brainstorming, brain thumping session. But look how much you have done. You've been able to reflect for what you're grateful for, highlights, mistakes that we call lessons, um, gratitude, and actually call somebody or text somebody, let them know, and in touch with your feelings. Your feelings are signals. And so I wrote roller coaster. So yeah, and that was the first thing that I wrote, and I wanted to do this live with you guys. And all right, so here goes. A good job so far. Thank you, Kristen Hart. Is that hugs? Is this thing hugs or hello? Anyway, so now for 2022, we're gonna do now goals and aspirations. And again, I got some prompt questions once this thing lets me put it in here. So I'm going to go ahead and read it to you, and then I'm going to put it in here. Then we're going to put some music and get to writing again. All right. So while this thing is still loading, we're going into our third section, and that is, there we go, goals and aspirations. I'm going to read them to you. What do you want to let go of? You saw that breathing that I did? It's like, what do you want to let go? What do you want to keep? What do you want to feel? What do you want to study? Any lifelong learners out there? And what do you want to bring for 2022? Drop in the comments who is here, who is in the house. Okay, now I'm going to get going, put some music, and get to writing myself. all good. All right, guys. Congrats. You've completed part 3. Oh, the last part is my favorite part. Okay, so for our goals and aspirations, we had some prompt questions. Again, if you had another one, drop it in the comments because sharing is caring. And yeah, I have plenty of notebooks. Love to know some of your questions as we are saying goodbye 2021 and hello 2022. Okay, so to let go of, to keep. So to let go of, man, that was all. I got really raw in there. How many of you, well, I, it's very common in my family. Most of my mom had 5 sisters. They all had like these perfect bodies, like size 0 or 1 when they were young. And they will tell me, at least my mom will tell me, that I have to suck in my belly, that I have to stand a certain way. And oh, I just realized there's a little teddy bear for my puppy in there. And sucking my belly has been ingrained. Well, I chose for that to be ingrained, and I'm choosing to let go because when I'm standing a certain way or have this posture, I lack, or what gets compromised, it's my breathing. And as I'm reflecting, that's a lot of a whole bunch of other issues such as constipation. If it's this is TMI, oh well, this is me. So, um letting go, breathing better, because when I focus I got to breathe better. It gives me like this signal that like things that I have to do, even though, even if when I say I get to, it's different. However, in my subconscious mind, it's all this like I should be doing this. Saying let go, whoo, that made me breathe really nice. Okay. Again, if you want to share in your comments, you can. If not, all good. Some of you in here are my friends. Text me. I would love to know some of your answers. Want to keep, want to feel. And I know I put like I'm flying. Uh, and it's part of like being me, going with the ride. Like I'm going live in here. This is no editing. I'm coming as I am. I want to flow. All right. So here's study. I believe guys can see it. I'm starting a course. It's called 14 Days of Filming. I'm geeking out. Okay, and I want to get my certification for nutritional therapy up to speed after 2020. They're giving some grace to some of us to, because we have to do, I think it's 60 hours, 30 to 60 hours. It's intense, people, to continue to be a nutritional therapy consultant. Okay, so for our last part, and let's put it over here in the banner. I love this part because this is how I think, and I don't have the camera ready. Um, but I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing. So this is calendar time. So calendar time means, based on all these prompt questions that we had about letting go of 2021 and what we're aspiring to be, it's to put things in a calendar. So for example, I want to study the 14 days of filming. It's an easy pay up. It's all online. It has a community support group and all that. And that means I get to choose the 14 days. So I'm really excited about getting started in here. Thanks for the fire. And did we figure out what this is? What is this? I want to say it's a hug. Okay. So it is calendar time. Let's put it in here. So what we're doing right now is that we're gonna, all those things that came up, whether in a brain dump or in the reflection of ideas, let's put it in a calendar right now. I'm gonna share. If you have a Mac, you could go to Numbers, create a new document, and go to school year calendar. And you're going to come up with this. And which I'm going to put in the screen. And then I'm actually going to bring my paper over here in a second. So I'm going to put this in the screen. Can you guys see it? Well, that's very big. How do I make? All right, so I'm about to take out the other one in here, and I'm going to keep this in here. We're putting things in the calendar, and we're looking at a glance. Now, because of time, we have 10 minutes. Go crazy with all the big dates. One of the things that I do is that I start with like birthdays, travels, all those things that already were pre-planned from last year or 2 years ago. Um, conferences that I have booked or anything like that. All right, so let's put things to the side. I hope this is still very clear so you're looking at a glance. So one thing I do want to encourage you with is um, whatever comes to mind. That's a cell phone. If you want to make calls, maybe to like a business partner, your husband, your wife, that they have, your mom and your dad. Are there any weddings that you signed me up to go to? Because those things happen. I mean, come on, it's family. Um, get them out of the way now so it could be in your calendar. So we're in part four, my favorite part. And I have big calendar, which I'm about to geek out. Sorry, the camera is not ready for that. But I'm putting this up here. And I'll go ahead and get myself out of here. So this is calendar time. And in calendar time, let's put it in here. Just as a recap, I hope you're already standing up, getting your calendar or your phone. Okay, you're putting events. Okay, here we go. Put some music while I type. Ooh, I want to say something. Okay, so you could color code in here. I like to put for birthdays in orange, family events in blue, and well, those are the two. And then green is anything that I want to do outdoors or trips like that. So you could color code if you want to. If you're gonna use the year at a glance, instead of writing, I mean, you could put all the big dates. I put some. When it comes to birthdays, I just circle them in orange, and you'll see. I'm actually gonna do that in the left screen in here. All right, guys, let's go back to music. Yes. Okay, dates, events. So you're calling up people, making things that you want to do. So my 14 days of filming, yes, it's gonna be written down right now. All right. So, one of the things I want to make sure as you, well, I'm going to hang up in 4 minutes. One thing of caution, we could get so caught up in the full year. And what I want to encourage you is to focus on Q1, quarter one, because that is going to be the first domino that's going to hit the rest and kick off your year. All right. So for me, and I don't know if you guys can see the sun is hitting the calendar. But yeah, so starting a 14-day challenge for me, I'm going to get going on January 1st. Some of you lovers of yoga with Adrian, she usually kicks off January with, oh, Kristen, is it flow? She has a theme every year that she gets to prep before. So congrats for doing this for you. It's December 17th. People are not gonna negation or acknowledge. Think about what they're gonna do for New Year's or goal writing until like January 1st or December 31st, and you were here. Whether you're watching the replay or you're live with me right now. So back to Q1. You wanna spend more time getting clear how you wanna kick off, right? So setting an intention for quarter one, based on those reflection questions that you did and the things that you want to bring and how you want to feel. How do you want to feel is very important. When we get in touch with how we want to feel, like everything else lines up for a clear focus with it, right? So flowy, you know what? Flowing actually helps me let go of tying up my belly. I want to flow. I want to breathe. All right, so we're gonna put music back on. Oh, actually, no, it's 129. Back to Q1. Focus on the intention of how you want to feel for quarter one. Based on that, grab those reflection questions that we did for the aspirations. What do you want to study? What do you want to keep? Because there was some good stuff that happened in 2021. I didn't mean to start and say, oh my goodness, I can't stand 2021, or like, oh, thank God we're over COVID. COVID was a lot of opportunities for many people. So, what do you want to keep? How do you want to feel? What do you want to bring? How do you want to contribute? I was able to fundraise 1,600, and not just myself. I was hosting, I was part of a board member for a nonprofit. And now the standard's like, hey guys, we raised $1,600. Let's double it up for 2022. Let's go 3,000, right? How can we do that? And where does that go in the calendar? So my encouragement to you, it's first of all, you rock for doing this today and taking the time to reflect and then to say hello, to say goodbye and say hello, and to do it now, December 17th, live here with me. Thank you for joining me. So you want to, start with Q1. You want to start strong, because what happens when you have an amazing morning routine? The rest of your days goes on fire. And we're going to meet again. I'm going to come back on December 30th, which I'm going to write in here before I go. Oh, it's 1:31. And we're going to have a live goal setting workshop. And it's going to be a follow up to this. This is the first time I'm doing this. And so it's already scheduled for 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And it's going to be a follow up based on these questions. All right. And it's about writing all the things in a way that's going to empower you. Oh, it's totally. Oh, wait. I had some comments. I don't remember 2022's theme. However, it's totally worth showing up for. Yes. Showing up. That's a cool one. Showing up. Thanks, Kristen. All right, guys. So Make sure you're focusing on Q1. What do you want to bring? What do you want to study? Put aspects of that in your Q1 for January, February, and March. I will see you in the same setting, a live goal workshop, goal setting. Did I put goal workshop? Yeah, sure, why not? It's a goal setting workshop, which is on a Thursday. Yes, it's a Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 1 hour. And I'm going to have some people come with me in here to go through some exercise that you're going to get to watch. And it's going to be amazing. Thanks for showing up for yourself. I will see you December 30th on the live goal setting workshop at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Congratulations for showing up for yourself. And thanks for joining me while I do reflections and aspirations. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Life to the Full. Thank you, Tabitha Owens. You guys rock.